Hi friends, welcome back to Chris Trading Academy. Today we are going to discuss about the SL Group's main stock. Okay, there is G Entertainment Enterprise Limited, which is holding a lot of channels, media house, studios, okay, and international channels as well. It is owned by Subhash Chandra, one of the leading promoter, and let's get into the stock details. What was happened? This is what happened. Okay, if you see right, so G Entertainment rose by 15%, 352, and after promoters of the media house, they selling their stake in the company. Okay, so actually G Entertainment has announced that SL Group is planning to sell 16.5% stake in G to financial investors in order to repay. Okay, repay the lenders who are holding the lenders with whom the shares have been pledged. Out of the above 16.5%, 2.3% will be sold to OFI Global China Fund, a subsidiary of Oppenheimer Funds Inc. So the main thing is why they are selling the stock 16.5% is to repay lenders with whom the shares have been pledged. This is the main thing. Okay, that's the only reason they are selling this stake. Suppose this sale, promoters would own 5% in ZEEL and encumbered holdings would reduce to 1.1%. The stake will be sold at an indicative price of 277 per share. Okay, so and actually there was a lot of volume created in delivery volume, especially in NSE. Okay, and in BSE, the share was trading at 330 at around 10:15 a.m. Okay, so let me get into the full details once if I go through the chart. Okay, let's see. This is the G Entertainment's chart, and by the way, I'll be going through G updates for the next week also. Okay, as I gave the continuous updates on Arvinda Pharma, the same way I'll be keep updating on G Entertainments. Okay, from now on, at least till 5 days. So let me get into the shorter time frame. See, this is what happened today morning. Okay, and if I go to the 5 minutes chart, see the gap up. The close was here, and where was the open? This is the open. See, 307 was there on Wednesday's close, and Thursday's open was here, 352 point change. Okay, a block deal was executed actually. We don't know the exact number of the shares, but it will be in crores definitely. So see, almost some 45 rupees around the gap up. Okay, and again from that point again it made a high of 64, opened at 52 and made a high of 64, then it came and closed at the first candle, 5 minutes candle was closed at 340. See, so this is what happened today's morning, and those who are trading, right, definitely most of the means at least 70% of the traders would have lost the money, because the only reason is the open was here. By seeing this, they would have definitely shorted first of all. Then it made a high. Those who didn't place any stop loss, they can escape, but everyone will place, most of the traders will place a stop loss and they are gone. First thing. The next thing is, when it is moving downside, people are going crazy because the first candle was in 2 minutes and 1 minute. If you see, it's a positive candle. Okay, so if you see this, right, the next thing what they'll do is definitely going for the next high, means minimum high. So the next second candle also they are gone. Okay, so let me just come into the G next. What will happen in the G stock, okay, in the coming days. Let me delete all these things. And if you see the stock price, let me go to the higher time frame, weekly. Okay, now just check the price. The high was 618, recent high, recent in the sense 52 week high. This is 52 week low. Okay, so now just see the difference. Almost 420 rupees difference is there, and the fall was starting from Jan 19th or whatever that week, actually means 12th or 13th, mid of the Jan. From mid of the Jan the fall started. Okay, it is forming the lower highs and lower lows. Okay, in between there was a strong fall as well. Okay, and if you see, just go past also, if you see, then it is making the high, actually 52 week high. So now after making a 52 week low, the new 52 week low, it bounced till this point, right? See, almost 200 to 163, means almost 165 rupees it gave. 165 rupees. So now the stake was sold and the deal was almost done. Hopefully it will go smooth, and based upon that, that's the reason the stock is making new highs as of now. Okay, you can see green candles, right? So now the next biggest hurdle for G is to overcome this 403. Okay, so till this point the stock will get support first of all from behind. Even if it sustains here also for next 2-3 weeks also, there is a very high chance, high probability, more than 50%, and I can call as 70% also, the high chances to hit the 403 or 405. Okay, this range, high chances, high probability is there, highest probability. The only thing is how many weeks it will take, 4 weeks or 5 weeks or 6 weeks, or else 2 weeks only. We never know, and we cannot assume also, right? So I don't want to guess here. And the investors who are from here on holding, first of all, okay, definitely some of them would have averaged the price. Okay, I think as of now the share is looking very good and it can climb. Okay, once it is done with this 403 level, the next target will be 500. Okay, so even if you are holding from here this level, most of the people will try to buy the stock at the higher level because of the brokeraging firms and all these whatever the institutions who repeatedly show off saying that the G is giving more and more returns, because people never sell in these areas. Okay, normal retail traders or investors, they'll always buy in these positions only. Okay, only institutions will sell and institutions will keep selling. So this is what happens. But very long-term investors need to think twice before selling their particular stake, their portfolio. Okay, that particular stock like this. Okay, so because when you are holding from here also, you need to keep adding to this at smaller quantities to get this price first of all, to recover the price. So one needs to understand that the stock price is fallen, right? Okay, the stock price has fallen, but again you need to give some time, right? It has taken around 2 years, boss. 2 years here, from 2 years. See, Jan 2018. So just give 2 more years time. Definitely you'll see 600, else if not at least 500, right? So you need to give time to recover first of all the stock, because G is not a small company. It is having number of channels, and it is, as of now, the debt is cleared now, so you can see a bounce. And the fresh investors, definitely you can invest for short-term goals like, as said, 430, 500, or else some around 10-15% also you can buy the stock. Okay, but always remember one thing. Okay? Just try to do all the analysis, do research, and know the fundamentals of the stock, and just try to put your risk reward ratio into the picture, and try to use your analytical skills. Okay, first of all, do all the calculations, do paperwork, whether you can hold this stock for longer term or you cannot hold, whether the funds invested in this stock are not useful for any other thing. That's fine. If they are useful for other something else, then you should not invest on a particular stock, because you never know how much percentage, how much loss it might occur, because the stock might fall from here to here, right? Again rebound. As of now the stock is looking good, but the most of the time the unpredictable things only happens in market. We cannot predict the market. And here if you see this, an indecision candle has formed here, and if it tries to fill this gap, so again it needs to come to this 306 level. Whether it will fill this gap or it will go upside, the next week will decide. Okay, it will take a week or 10 days also time, else 1-2 days also it can fill up this particular gap. Let's wait and see, let's decide. Okay, as of now the 200-day moving average, if we place it here, see here, it touched the 200-day moving average now. So I'll be keep